Alright, here we go. This is a 1v1 custom match on Crater between the green team. Actually, the green player teams are composed of more than one person in my head. So I'm going to say the green player on the left side, MC Combat in the Easter Osprey, and what a coincidence, the red player on the right side, Hizzles Baster. Come on, man. I don't think anyone actually knows how to say your name, but everyone does call you Hizzles, so you are going to be Hizzles, and you are in the Easter Osprey as well. The exact same mech, Osprey versus Osprey. I wonder why in this state of the game, but that is the current situation right now, and I am going to take a little bit of time again to let everyone know, let everyone be aware that I am planning to sort of ramp down my output. Because for the past 2 months or so, give or take, I have been doing dailies, and not that it hasn't been fun and a good time, guys, but it is just a little bit, it's a little bit much, and the beginning of this game is not that action-packed. Defenses are going down, one leveler down for Hizzles, and MC doing defenses as well, starting to push here, so not too exciting, so that's why I'm going to take this extra time in this eventless section of this game to just make sure everyone, or at least more people, are aware that don't expect daily releases starting sometime fairly soon. I'm not exactly sure when I'm gonna start doing that less, but if there is one day where I don't have a release, don't think that I died or something, because I do schedule my releases a little bit farther ahead, a little bit ahead of time. More than at least a day in advance, unless the replays or the patches or something have been kind of messed up. But we do see MC Combat bringing a lot of dillos over here. He will get the majority of the units on his side of mid killed much faster. Hizzles is actually really not doing that much at this moment. He has a lot of artillery queued up and does put 2 down, so he is going the normal Osprey artillery play here. But MC Combat with a lot of overhealed dillos, they do look kind of silly actually. I'm gonna go into free cam just for the lols. Yeah, they do look kind of funny. They're kind of just glowy. But anyway, we do see Hizzles chasing away MC very quickly, but MC is back. He is bringing dillos over here to try to take care of the artillery, which is exactly what you need to do when there is a very heavy artillery line by the enemy. That's what you do. Instead of letting your units sit in the range of that artillery and MC Combat almost getting killed by that hat, you bring your tank class units, or whatever, anything ground attacking to try to take care of that artillery that's threatening your line units, and that is what MC Combat was trying to do. But Hizzles was there to respond fairly quickly, so he was not very successful. And at this point, Hizzles has a lot of artillery pointing in with a couple tanks in support, and MC Combat is just trying to contribute as much damage as he can along with his own tanks. But this Osprey versus Osprey play, you will have to put down a lot more damage than you normally would have playing in a mech that is not the healing mech. So you can kind of consider, as long as the Osprey is there to heal, and MC going for the top outpost. Hizzles has not responded to this yet, so an MC Combat will be able to retreat back and grab more. No, he is going to start. He is just going to leave them there, and they are actually doing a pretty good job killing the units over here and going to start neutralizing that outpost. Hizzles finally comes back, but not before a Moneymaker and a Rebel are killed, and he now is queuing up a Longhorn, so this does give MC Combat a huge opportunity to kill a bunch of the units that Hizzles has left over here. One of their artillery has gone down, the Longhorn has gone down, and a couple more will definitely go down unless Hizzles does a really good job here. But there are a lot of tanks here now on the other side of the I don't know, the small chasm. Is this a chasm? This is not a chasm. It's not the same thing, but I don't know, the empty space. And Hizzles very low on life. Not gonna get finished off by MC. Probably he will walk all the way back to his outpost, and MC doesn't really need to prioritize that. He really does need to prioritize actually on either grabbing mid and actually claiming it, or clearing more of the neutrals and clearing more of Hizzles' units, and that would be much more valuable than a kill. But at this point, he doesn't have that many dillos over here, and instead of setting them on attack or capture, he is deciding to vary every single thing one at a time. And now setting up artillery, so he will have a good defense against whatever Hizzles has, and not healing up what he. I really would, if I were able to tell him what to do at this point, I would really recommend him to grab this middle outpost, get some infantry, bring some creeps over, and actually try to claim this. Just having it for a short amount of time is really valuable, especially in this 1v1 set scenario. you can just queue up a bunch of stuff, drop it, and MC actually is going for this close center and going for the front door as well. So Hizzles has to decide what he wants to prioritize, and he is going to prioritize the defense against MC Combat. And MC Combat, Viking dancing up and down, gonna put a lot of pressure on this outpost as well. And didn't really need to retreat there because I think he did get a level up. He was almost full life there and full energy. And even if he didn't, he was at full life and full energy. So he could have done a lot more harassing and a lot more a lot more aggressive tactics there. And Hizzles now is able to bring a lot of his units up as well. And MC has been forced to pull back. And Hizzles has not really finished off the rest of the units over here, but he has a lot more tanks here, and he does have the Longhorns, so much more advantageous here in this Osprey versus Osprey play, because even though the Osprey the healing mechanic has changed recently, and Hizzles actually setting a bunch on capture or attack, whatever, but he's sending a bunch of them out, is going to try he's going to try to neutralize this outpost. No, he is going for MC Combat's front door, going to put it right there on the front door, but there is a Dillo to defend. Yeah, if I were him, I probably would not have chosen to put it on the front door immediately. I probably would have tried to find a more empty wall, and at this point MC Combat spamming the Dillos, getting a great block off, and Hizzles' attack is not really going to be that effective, and MC is here to heal up everything and block everything. And now Hizzles gonna go with the gonna drop him over there at MC's center, but not really gonna. I don't think that'll result in a neutralization. MC did drop a Dillo, which will die. Oh, except these Longhorn are prioritizing that outpost, so the Dillo will kill the Longhorns before the Dillo is killed at all, because the Longhorn would have to at that point neutralize the outpost, then start attacking the Dillos. But MC did put down a tank there. But there are these two Longhorn that are still going for MC's base, and Hizzles has not, and MC has not noticed it until now, just now. But MC only has runners in his loadout or in his build queue, so he instead is ignoring it completely, because he does have a slight defense over here, and he will instead go for this this bottom outpost, which already has a couple of has one Dillo over here. He has been able to take it, and he is grabbing creeps. Didn't bunker them actually, instead bunkering the Dillos, and Hizzles is not responding to this at all yet. He should be, but he is just concentrating on this middle. Now does see it, and he just hasn't been able to he just kind of missed it, and already has Berthas out on the field though. And MC Combat actually doesn't have Berthas in his loader. He only has Archies, so this will be a little bit bad for him, especially because Hizzles does have the Berthas, and this is an Osprey, an Osprey carrying Berthas. So this will be kind of bad if MC lets him keep those Berthas alive. He really needs to start putting the tank pressure on, which he is trying to do. But Hizzles, with the heavier tanks and more of them, he will be able to shut this down, and contributing his own fire as well is going to be really effective. He does not have anything in his build queue right now. With 7,000, he really should start building something. And MC actually going with a little bit of harass over here at the front door, moving it around. Not going to continue though. Will probably go away to try to kill these Berthas off. And he is just spamming more Dillos as much as possible. And that is pretty much exactly what he should be doing. The problem is, I don't know if he has enough. He isn't able to do it fast enough. He only has a single Dillo over there. He really just needs to just send more as much as possible and make as much as possible. The thing is, he is a little bit credit starved. He only has 2,700 credit, or 1,000, yeah, 2,700. Whoa, that was a decimal comma whatever fail there. But yeah, he only has a little bit over 2,000 credits in his bank right now, and he just really needs to start making whatever he does. He just needs to shut down this small clump of units right here. And Hizzles is just continually healing everything up, and he has 10,000 in queue. He's just waiting for another Bertha. He isn't making any more Longhorn or anything. He's just gonna start making another Bertha, which I don't know if there's right. Okay, he does instead queue up Longhorn, which is probably the right decision in my head, because right now we are at a ground battle. He doesn't really need the OP range of the Bertha, but right now MC Combat doesn't have that many Dillos in here in this area, and that is I think directly because of the Dillos here. Or not the Dillos, the more mass of Longhorn here, and MC trying to kill this Archie up, but putting these Dillos behind his outpost, and actually does get that kill. I think he got that kill. I'm pretty sure. I do see the smoking right here. So, but Hizzles is instead just pushing that mid. Hasn't been able to grab it yet though, so I don't know why he's choosing to do that instead of fighting off MC at the bottom. And MC actually doesn't have any artillery pointed out over here. If he had artillery pointed over here to begin with, these pretty much would be dead already, especially if they were flanked. Now one is up, and it is pointing over here. So, and MC doing a little bit of distract at the main, and gonna go for the front door, and yes, repositioning that Longhorn. Hizzles is forced to just block, and right now MC is definitely at the advantage. He really needs to pump out a couple more units to be able to take care of whatever Hizzles has over here, but runs out of energy, so Hizzles is gonna get a little bit of free time to heal up these Longhorn. And as of now, let's see. Okay, those were actually Dillos in his queue, and actually MC. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the front door again. Oh, but instead just drops these Dillos randomly over here, I guess to just have a little bit of area control, but Hizzles is going to be able to see that. I don't know if he has any artillery pointing over in this direction. No, all those Berthas are actually still pointing for this bottom. He has been able to clear the units there, but MC actually drops another Dillo over there, trying to prevent that halftime the credit boost, trying to deny it actually. Gonna clear the rest of the tank here, I'm pretty sure, unless Hizzles gets... well, actually, a lot of them are coming. Oh, man, that's kind of a lot of units. Well, not too many. There are 2 Longhorn and 1 Seeker coming, but that if he just drops them all over here, which he is doing, he will be able to take care of the rest of MC's units. Right now, MC trying to heal up what he can, but there are Berthas firing in. There is a Bertha firing in, and now Hizzles does have Goliath on the field, and MC is just going to try to do another drop at the fort, but he is losing this battle, I would say. Even though that he has, positionally wise, it's about even, but he is. If you look at the upkeep count, he was only 66 to 104. So clearly, Hizzles has a lot more invested credits wise in units that he has on the field. And MC is just trying to do a couple of desperation drops here. I mean, not necessarily desperation, but they are kind of like he doesn't really have anywhere else to go. But Viking dancing really well, staying out of Hizzles' fire, trying to fly away, but he really needs to just walk away. And Hizzles does give up on that pursuit. Almost, actually. He does come back. MC Combat does Viking dance down fairly well and gets hammered by those Seekers on the ground. And now this does give Hizzles a small opportunity. Oh, I guess he's just going to refill his moneymaker. Sure, that's a good idea as well, but right now he needs to... just push up as fast as he can, especially using this respawn time that MC Combat had, had to respawn. But now MC is back, and he is going for the top outpost. Let's see if Hizzles does notice this. It is not on his minimap yet, and as of now, MC has dropped that Dillo out of his vision. He still doesn't actually have it in his vision range. I'm not really sure why. That Dillo was pretty close over there. Oh, he just barely out of his vision range, which I guess kind of makes sense. But now MC Combat bringing a little bit more, bringing these, I don't know why he's doing this for Ras. He doesn't really need to do it, and it won't last very long at all. And dropping it next to that, he really should have dropped this a little bit further over here. It really is worth it to take a couple extra seconds to analyze what's on a fort. And to decide where you should drop an attacking unit. He does have Goliaths coming out though, so oh, and he does overheal that one Goliath. Not really that necessary. A Goliath is not as important. Honestly, overhealing these creeps would have been much more valuable. But as of now, Hizzles needs, has a huge advantage. Has a lot of Berthas on the field. Has a lot of Goliaths on the field. Has that defensive Bertha on the field. And right now he just needs to kind of wait, mass up more units. He just needs to protect him a lot of whatever he has, try to deny as many kills as he possibly can, and as long as he can kind of wait MC out. I know that's not really exactly the desired style of play from a lot of people, but MC going with a ninja infantry drop over here, gonna actually neutralize that if Hizzles doesn't react, because there is nothing that's gonna be attacking this, and he's gonna be actually able to claim it as well. There is nothing over there, so Hizzles really needs to keep an eye on his minimap, and he hasn't been able to see that yet. It is neutral, but he is starting to push out with these Goliaths. This is going to be a little bit concerning for MC Combat, but MC, with this outpost, he has another close grab. He has been able to drop a lot of defensive Dillos as well, and now finally Hizzles sees it. But a little bit too late, and there are a couple of MC does say sup, and but the problem is Hizzles has 2 Goliaths just on its way to the front door, and they are gonna just wreak a lot of havoc. And Hizzles bringing up a Bertha, even MC is MC dropping this Dillo, but against these rebels are actually actually Hizzles has not come back to do any blocking. So that's really what he needs to do. But the Dillo did get finished off finally by those rebels that are stationed over there. But not at the cost of about 10 to 15% of Hizzles' life. But MC with more Dillos over here, I guess Hizzles is kind of doing, it's just a sort of a base race, actually. They're really ignoring defense and just going all out on attack. Hizzles is trying to push up as hard as he can, trying to take this outpost. He really needs to queue up some, oh, he doesn't actually have any infantry in his loadout, so he just needs to grab some creeps. But now he is at MC's front door, and at this point, this is going to be over. MC does say GG, but I don't know if he means GG for him or GG for Hizzles. But yes, MC does or actually Hizzles does have 3 Goliaths on the front door. MC trying to get whatever block off he can, but I don't think this is going to be enough. There are 3 Goliaths, and 3 Goliaths just take forever. Oh, and he probably should have just body blocked there the whole time and shoot. And if he got that Goliath killed, I think that these 3 Dillos would have been done almost, would have almost finished off Hizzles there. So I think if MC body blocked, he would have had a significant chance to stay in to actually win this game, because he still had this outpost, and he could have just dropped a lot more if he created a fair wall over here. Hizzles didn't actually completely grab this outpost yet. Yeah, if he was able to just body block there, and do more drops from this outpost, he might have been able to grab this game. But what's done is done. Hizzles Bastard, sure man, has been able to win this game. And MC does say he's going to send it to me. But looking at the scores, there is pretty much, a kind of a normal Osprey versus Osprey game where it's pretty much no kills and a bunch of unit deaths. MC with pretty much twice as many units killed as Hizzles has done, but or lost actually. And I'm not really sure what that was due to. I guess because MC was spamming more cheaper units, but that's just that. And he actually was behind, I think, more like about half the game. But anyway, there you go. Hizzles Bastard does get this 1v1 ranked or unranked match on Crater. This is RUI, and that's game. See you next time.